Hey, Draymond, slightly to your right, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press, Democrat. A couple questions. When you got your fourth foul, it looked like you really didn't want to come out. I just wanted to see if that was the case. And then the other question is, I think you played the last 7.5 minutes with 5. How do you play with intensity in that situation without picking up that number 6?
I mean, I don't think anyone ever wants to come out when you pick up a foul that may take you out of the game, especially in a situation like this where, you know, we're on our home court fighting, trying to go to Portland with a 2-0 lead. And, you know, and I picked up my 5th. I mean, if I'm just play, if I'm going to be out there and play timid, then I may as well go sit on the bench, you know. When you're out there on the floor, you got to give all that you got. And, you know, I play aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, so I can't take that away because everyone on our team is used to me playing aggressive on that side. So if I stop that, they don't know what to do because they're used to me playing a certain way. So I just got to play and just try not to reach. You know, if I just move my feet and don't reach, live with the results.
Front row center.
Draymond, Mark, Medina Bear, news group with so often together. What sort of leadership qualities do you see them showing tonight, especially with KD being out?
I mean, I think their leadership was huge. You know, everything was going against us. And you know, I was in foul trouble, and you know, they just kept going. They continued to fight, and you know, it was when we needed the most. We were down 17 points there in the third quarter, and you know, we could have folded. Those guys continued to will us on both sides of the ball, and you know, got us back in the game. And you know, everybody who touched the floor, whether it was from the bench, whether it was starters, everybody was playing hard. And those two guys continued to will us, and you know, we finally gained some traction and was able to turn the game around.
Front row right hand side.
Jones, Questions Sports. Draymond, you have an opportunity to play for your 4th championship. What do you make of this great time in your career?
I mean, it's special. You know, to be able to play for a 4th championship in 5 years, to be able to possibly three-peat, you know, it's a special time, and one that, you know, you really try to relish. We know that, you know, these runs don't last forever, and obviously there are so many questions and things that could possibly happen with this team this summer. So we're going to try to take advantage of this opportunity and make the most of it, and you know, deal with the things that come after whenever those things arrive. But right now, we're focused on the task at hand and try to do something that hasn't been done in a long time.
Second row center.
Jeannie McCauley from Associated Press. The possession where the pretty bounce pass through the paint for the dunk by Iggy, and then the following one to hit Looney. How much were you just reading the defense and seeing the floor in those possessions?
I almost threw the one to Dre too soon because I knew with Steph flying off like that, both defenders was going to go with him and he was going to be wide open. You know, as a passer, that's like heaven. You got Steph coming from all the way from the other side of the floor and flying off. And no Dre's about to slip to the rim with nobody there. Like, I almost got ahead of myself. But, you know, just really reading and reacting. And then the one to Loon, you know, the big step up, the lob is there. So, you know, just trying to take what the defense give me. They were really committed to the step, which means we got a 4-on-3 on the backside. And then they're keeping the guy on Clay's body. So at that point now it's 3-on-2 on the backside. And just try to take whatever's there and make the right read.
Second row.
Of Steph and Seth Curry going at war in this series, especially the way it turned out tonight with Seth stealing the ball from him, hitting the big shot. And what do you think that's like for his parents up there in the crowd wearing their jerseys backwards?
I think it's, I mean, as a parent, like, what more can you ask for? Especially, I mean, Sonya's amazing and I love her. But Dale, as a father who's played in the NBA, like, that's a completely different thing. And then obviously, we all know a mother's love is like no other. So, you know, you see the video on TV, 7-3, and Dale standing there like this, just smiling, and Sonya's going crazy. Like, I can only imagine what that feels like. And then them too, you know, who's, you know, they've grown up in the backyard playing against each other their whole life, whether it's video games, was in the backyard playing one-on-one, whatever that is. They, as a brother, I got a big brother. You compete your entire life, and to be on this stage, it don't get much better. Because me on the outside looking in, I really don't give a damn. I Seth miss every shot and get destroyed by Steph. So, Yeah, he had too good of a game tonight for my liking, but he was definitely amazing.
Fourth row.
Draymond, Nick Friedel, ESPN. We got the update on Kevin before the game. Obviously, you guys are a better team with him. I know you'd love to have him back. But at this point, are you guys mentally preparing as if he's not going to be back in this series?
I think you have to as a player. You know, we can't sit and look over our shoulder and say, hey, man, when is K going to be back? You know, we just got to play. Whatever we got to play and give him an opportunity to get back. And I think that's what really falls on our shoulders. Obviously, like you said, we're a much better team with him on the floor, and that's on both sides of the ball. But right now, you know, we're a very confident group, and, you know, we got everybody stepping up and giving great minutes, and that's what it's all about. You know, so, I mean, hopefully he's back sooner than later, but, you know, as a guy who's, you know, in the war, in the battle every night, we can't sit and look over our shoulder and wonder when he or DeMarcus is coming back. We got to assume that they're never coming this year. They're never coming. I know something will be made of that. We got to assume that they're not coming back and just play with what we got. And obviously, we're hoping that they do. But while they're not out there, we just got to play.
Dre, Jason Dumas, Crown Force Sports. You guys are down 8 late in the game, and it almost feels like at that point, they're playing not to mess up, and you guys are out there playing freely and confident still, despite the situation. Is that just confidence that develops over time, being in these type of situations year after year after year and being at the top?
I don't know if they were necessarily playing not to mess up. I mean, they missed a few shots that they normally make. You had CJ who had a couple great looks that they didn't fall. But, you know, we've been here before. And when you're on a run like we're currently in, you've seen everything. And so, down 8 points with, 4 minutes to go or whatever it was, just got to keep going. Because we know we can erase 8 points in the game. And so, always understanding that and having confidence in that is key, but at the same time, understanding what it takes and what needs to be done in order to do that is just as important, if not more important. And so I think, you know, our experience and, you know, really paid off for us tonight, and just having a bunch of guys that's never going to quit.
Fifth row, right in the middle.
When other coaches, opponents are talking about your playmaking ability, they talk about your intelligence and your instincts. You touched a little bit on the instincts, seeing, you know, the defense step up and knowing what to do. But what about the intelligence part? Are you taking notes during the game on how the defense is playing you and knowing that next time this guy's going to do this and I'm going to make this play?
I think so. You know, one thing Coach told me during the game, he said, Draymond, they're taking the lob away. You may just be able to get all the way to the basket. And so I think once I started coming out with the mindset of attacking and looking like I was going to attack, then at that point you really forced the defender to make a decision. Early on in the game, I was kind of coming out of the pick and roll and looking for the lob the entire time, and telegraphing it. And so, you know, being a playmaker is something I take pride in, something I love to do. You know, I love to make a play for someone else more than I even like shooting the ball, and I've been that way my whole life. Just thankful that they guarded whatever way they did tonight, and it was able to work for us.
2 last questions.
Logan Murdoch, NBC Sports Bay Area. Jordan had another good game. I think it's his 3rd straight good game in the playoffs. How have you seen him evolve over the season?
I think he's evolved mostly mentally. Obviously, he's shooting the ball better. He's more confident in his little 10 to 14-foot range. He's shooting his free throws better. You know, he's gotten more intelligent. I think all those things are great, but more important than all of that, his mental, his professionalism. I think that's where he's growing the most, and I think right now that's paying off for him the most. It's not like he's out there taking 7 mid-range jump shots. He's just playing hard, and so it's the professionalism, it's the staying ready, being in the gym non-stop, even when you're not playing for 10 games straight, staying in the gym, being there early, and getting his work in. That's what's paying off for him now. And, you know, as a vet on this team, you see those things, and you know this guy been in the gym or he haven't, and when his number get called, he's either going to be ready or he's not. Have confidence in Jordan because we've seen him stay in the gym no matter how it was going all year long.
Final question.
Tony Army, Sacramento. Draymond, Iguodala, that last play of the game, you guys were really hyped up after he did that. It looked like you guys wanted to play immediately after that. What's your thoughts on him, making that defensive play at the end of the game?
Oh, well, it's not a surprise because he gets that strip quite a bit. I think the most important thing right there in that situation is Dre's intelligence. You see Dame kind of break the three-point line and try to push off and step back. Dre was going to let him go, so once he tried to push off, Dre was already bracing for the push off because he was trying to take the three away anyway. And so, so many times, as a player, naturally when a guy get by you, you're going to try to recover. That's just a mindset. Like a guy beats you, you're going to try to recover. Well, that's what he's trying to go for right there. We've all seen a million times Dame drive left, get his guy, and try to recover, and he step back, shoot the three. We've seen that story before. Dre was ready for it, and no matter how far he had got by him or was about to get by him, he didn't try to recover. He just stayed on his hip, and he was ready to take the three-point shot away. And then I think at this point now, that's a patented move for him, where he's going to strip the offensive player when they go to try to shoot the ball, and he got a good one right there and close the game off.
Great, thank you, Steph and Clay.